Alright, so there we go. Welcome, good evening, and welcome everyone to first time in a long time that we're having a Division 3. So welcome to Division 3. This is the third night of racing this week. Tuesday was Premier Division, last night Division 2, and tonight obviously Division 3. So welcome to Singapore, and welcome to Zero to Cool, Hanku. That's with me in comms tonight to keep me entertained and company.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm back with a new season.
Yep, season 8. It's the last one for the year before we go for Christmas and New Year and whatever that brings. I'm gonna jump on board with well, let's stick with APMAR. So a couple of new guys here. There is a couple of guys that is not racing. It will join us probably just after race 2. And then Pompun will join us just after Quali. So Hanku, before we just get on board with these guys and do a lap around Singapore, who do we look out for? So we know Pompun very quick. He's probably a big contender for the season for Driver World Champion. So Hamrick, if he can get it together, he can be really fast. Minor, we know is also fast. X Division 2 drivers. Yeah, what do you think?
No, definitely. I'm with you on the Pompun Hamrick. If Hamrick can keep it on the road, thanks to Hamrick.
Says your teammate.
Yeah, he was my teammate last season. But if he can keep it on the road, I think he can also have a great season ahead of him. Maybe Cowboy needs a little bit of practice, but I think Cowboy can also get up there.
I think he's going to be way more comfortable now that, so just for those of you who's listening and who wants to join or is not sure how you work this, Premier Division and Division 2 has got no assist except for ABS on, that you can switch on or off if you want to. Division 3 is allowed all the assists, so you can use with traction on full, brake assist on high. You can really use all the help from the game to be faster. And with that being said, I think it's going to suit Cowboy much better. I think he's going to have a lot more car control. First time's on the board, Gerard, with a 139.7. Hey, let's not forget about Boats. Boats, my ex-teammate, FTR Botha from last season in Red Bull. His teammate this season is APMAR. Boats is quick. I mean, this is going to work for him in terms of assists.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's going to help a lot. I think a lot of drivers out there coming from last season where they had to drive no traction at all. And I think this season it might just make it a little bit easier, a little less stressful, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. The guys that we don't know, Mr. M, obviously our first crossbow player, Mr. M, is on a PC. Then we've got some new guys, Scully, Amer, Dixie Killer, King Killer, Ultra Gamer, and Bernie. There will be some more guys joining as we go along with the season. But it is Botha so far with the fastest lap so far.
APMAR went off already, sector 2.
Right, I'm going to stick with the Aston Martin driver, Dixie Killer. I'm going to get on board with him. Turn 2, I think. Yeah, there we go. Runs a little bit wide, but not too wide, not for track invalidation. You want to try to get as wide as you can here. Tentative going into turn 3. DRS on one of the straight kits, one of the 3 DRS systems. You want to up the inside slightly. Hard braking, third gear probably through here. Yeah, very tentative. Goes into second, automatic gears. Hard braking into this right hander. You can climb the curb there a little bit, might unstable the car. Hang it out right, swing in left. Third gear, normally fourth gear corner, but it's automatic. The game selects that for you. Then you can really cut the inside of this curb, which he does not do. Which will save you a lot of lap time. You can get on that curve on the right hand side as well, and this is probably the most trickiest part of the track. Hard braking, and this is all about car stability. Nice rotation from the Aston Martin there. Second DRS wide open, and he goes down the second straight. Hard braking again. This is what, 24 corners around this track. Triple sector 2 for him. So that looks handy dandy from Dixie Killer. A little bit tentative there as he goes in on the inside. Yeah, you can hug that inside curve, no worries for that. Under the bridge section, a little bit late on the brakes there. And then the final part of this lap here in Singapore, yeah, climate stays away from the curbs, which is probably the safest thing to do right now. You do not want to end up on the wall. Yeah, very intense bit of fit here. I think we're probably going to see a 140, 143, 737. So a good lap there by Dixie Killer. First one there for him. We're just going to go down. King Killer is on track. Hanku, he still needs to put a lap time up.
Another driver that also went off that I saw was Minor. He lost a full wing, so he's obviously pitting for another wing. He's got a time up on the board already, so I don't think we'll see him going out again. There's no need.
Yeah, no need for him to go out. I don't. Purple sector there for King Killer. I'm going to get on board here with the Haas driver. Let's see how he gets along. We saw he gets nice onto the curves. I like this. This looks good from the Haas driver. So watch out for this time, Hanku. He looks very good in sector 3, yeah. Climbs the curves, right lines for him, so he sticks to the shortest line across the top. A little bit of understeer there, snap of oversteer actually. Stays in sixth. Don't invalidate, which he did. Yeah, maybe go down to 5th there. He's going to have to go again. Probably going to try to save ERS and have another go. He should have enough fuel.
Another driver that just went through sector 1 now is Ernie Burney on his lap.
Alright, Mercedes driver. So
Yes.
let's stick with him. His teammate Donovan Duffy not being able to race tonight because of load shedding and Wi-Fi. Hopefully we can see Donovan back next week. But it is Ernie for the Mercedes. Division 3's got their own constructors, so they deal completely on their own. Premier Division and Division 2's got the combined constructors. And I think Hanku, without getting too much into this, I think every Division 3 driver wants to get into Division 2 and eventually in Premier Division. Because that's where the bucks are lying, that's where the fast drivers are, that's where you can prove yourself. Purple sector for Ernie. So yeah, we might just see some guys start switching off assist during the season. It's going very slow through, yeah, not sure why. Off throttle a lot.
Yeah, so we might even see some quick drivers now, and then later during the season as they start not using any assist, we might see them slow down a little bit, just getting back into the rhythm.
Yep,
It's quite a big change to make. Ernie Burney, I also see not using a lot of ERS this lap.
No, I think he just want to get a lap up. There we go, 147.6. Yeah, he was really coasting in sector 3. Off throttle a lot there. Amir is on track in the Williams. I tell you what, I was checking Premier Division stream on Tuesday night, and the Williams it's one of the cars who look really good under lights. I tell you what, it's almost like black, and then when it comes to watch it becomes blue. Yeah, it's probably one of the nicer cars with lights. So Amir is on a lap. Purple sector 1 for him. We'll see how he finishes the lap. Currently it is Bertha with a 139.7. A bit of a gap between him and the rest of the guys. I see Pompoen is in the session. Hanku, so just tell me when he goes out. I think it's fair enough that we can maybe start comparing his lap times to what the guys did in Division 2 last night. I think Division 2 last night with a 137 flat. I think 137.1.
Yeah, it was about a 137.1, I think.
Yeah, that was pole, and it was very close pole, first, second, third, fourth. I think there was, not even half a second between first and fifth. That was nice and close in Premier Division. Division 2. Premier Division obviously went nuts. They went to the 136s, which is absolutely horrendous. That's just cruel.
Keeping it off the walls on this track and getting that good time, that's
ridiculous.
Almost unbelievable.
No, that's skill. That is just complete skill. Let's not beat around the bush. This looks like a really good lap from Amir. There we go. Good enough for third. 140.497. Track evolution will come, so the cars will get faster. King Killer's in the pits. Cowboy is just invalidated his lap, but Pompoen comes out, so I think he will. So I'm going to stick with him on his out lap because no one really is on a lap at the moment. Although Ernie seems like he's having another go here. Aston Martin comes out in front. Ooh, that was a bit naughty. And I'm not sure which Aston that was. That was Scully, if I'm not mistaken. Or Dixie. No, that was Dixie Killer. Getting a bit in the way there of Ernie, and I think Ernie is going to lose a lot of time. He's actually 2.5 seconds up, so let's stick with him. And then Hanku, you can tell me when Pompoen goes on a lap. but this looks good from Bernie already. 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds up in sector 1 with that issue with the Aston Martin in front of him. A little bit tentative on the brakes here. Not sure why he brakes so late, so early. Let's see. We're just going to watch it sector 2 times and then we'll see where Puna is on track. Something.
Yeah, Puna is just following Ernie, well, just following behind Ernie, so it should be easy, but he might get overtaken by Cowboy that's on the lap.
Right, 2.8 seconds that Ernie is up on his Delta. So that should bring him maybe about 6 kilo if he's lucky. Right, as it goes through the final part of the track, only one turn for Bernie to go. See if he can carry that 2.7 seconds up into that. He didn't really. He lost a lot of time again in sector 3, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
Right. Just started his lap.
Right, let's follow Pompuna around. I'm pretty sure we'll get a good lap as there's a car in front of him. Yeah, he's going to have to back out of this one. He's going to have to. The Mercedes is also on a hot lap. Maybe he's not going to back out of it. Let's see how he manages the rest of the lap, using all his energy deployment. Right into second gear, right-hander here once again. Let the car pull itself straight all the way to the right. Yeah, fourth gear, that looks really good. This looks good for him. Expect purple sectors to come flying your way. Yeah, you can climb a little bit, maybe more on the left-hand curve there, but this looks good so far. Really taking the Alpha to the rest limiter there. And then second DRS coming up. Now we'll see sector 2, that's probably going to be purple. Let's have a look as the guys start retiring in the pits. Yep, purple sector 2 for him. I think we can probably expect a 138. 9 maybe. He maybe lost a bit of time in sector 1 with the Mercedes. Runs a bit of curve there, which is good. Let's see how he goes through. Yeah, this looks nicely hooked up. Oh, too much on the inside there. Almost touched the curve there, so he lost a lot of time there. So we'll see how he finishes the lap off, but that should be enough to get him safely into the top 5, I'm pretty sure.
And behind him, King Killer also just completing his lap. He had a lot of traffic. But
there we go. Third.
Going in third. Haas is up in the logs today.
Yeah, so Haas second and third. McLaren still up top with Gerard Bertel retiring in the pits. He's happy with his time. Amir also retiring in the pits. The chip on team's going to go. Nah, he's got not enough ERS. He's definitely not going to improve on this lap. Although it was a pretty scruffy lap with sector 1 and sector 3 almost hitting the wall there. So far he's out on track. Dixie is on a in lap, I think. Yeah, he's on an in lap. What else is on laps at the moment? Seems like everyone's back into the pits. Yeah, as the guys will hopefully start retiring in the pits. Hanku, just check for us the stream if there's any comments or questions or anything that we need to reply to. I think there's 4 comments already, so just have a look and see who do we need to say how's it to.
So we get Puerta leading the pack here for us tonight. In evening, Avi and Anku. So hi
hey.
Puerta.
Boats obviously co-owner with me and Travis and part of the management team of FTR, so he's having a good night. I think he'll be much comfortable in Division 3, Anku. I think look, Division 2 is stressful enough. I don't think you want to be in Division 2. It was a very stressful race last night, my word.
Especially from your Minister of Defense moves, keeping the Ferraris up.
I was when I was doing that, I had Fernando Alonso in my ear saying, "Tell him to defend like a lion," and I defended like a lion there. But Super D got me in the end. But then the wall got Super D, which is very unfortunate for him. But it was it's been a good week in general. If I just think in the top of my head, looks like it's been a good week for Red Bull, for a change for the start of the season. double podium in Premier Division, and yeah, penalties still need to come to play in Division 2, but I expect good results there for Red Bull.
And to put it in perspective, after seeing the Premier Division race, myself and Dee did say that if we can get good points here above yourself and Nick in the Red Bulls, we can at least get some points back from what happened in the Premier Division race, and obviously it didn't go as planned.
I tell you what, when your teammates in Premier Division puts up a phenomenal performance like they did in Premier Division, the pressure is on you in Division 2 because you feel like you need to get a podium, not to let your team down. So the pressure was on last night. I think the safety car sort of like cost me and obviously Nick's. If Nick didn't spin, he probably could have had the win last night. But yeah, in essence, it was a really good race. Glad Singapore's over and done with, and hopefully we'll see that not very soon again.
Yes, definitely. I also hope so. I'm starting to hate walls, so even Baku is on my no-go list.
Yeah, look, I tell you what, this is probably one of the most difficult seasons in terms of track selections that I've had to put together in a while. Yeah, this is probably one of the most difficult seasons that I had to put together. So if you look at tracks like Japan, it's not easy with these new cars. Singapore's out of the way at least. You've got Jeddah coming. China, you've got Bahrain, which is not in essence a great track. You have
Mexico.
Mexico.
Also quite close to the walls.
Yeah, very close to the walls.
And then I would say Portimao, Portugal.
Yeah, you know what? I will just be on holiday for that week. I will not race that week. I hate that track. Anyway, let's get back to Q2. We did not lose anyone because only 14 drivers in the lobby. So this is where it's going to make it count. 4 drivers will be disposed of after this qualifying session. And we will go through to the top 10 shootout. And so far, Gerhard looking really good. FTR Gerhard Botha. Amer looking handy. We know that Pampun can put it together and be really fast, and it's going to be interesting to compare his lap times to what Division 2 did last night. And King Killer also looks quite handy at the moment. So everyone on outlaps at the moment: Apmar, Amer, Pampun, Dixie Killer, King Killer, and Gerhard Botha. So we'll just hang 10 a bit, and so off next week to Japan. This week in real life it will be Japan this weekend, so happy F1 this weekend everyone. And then FTR will be in Japan as well as from Tuesday, so a 3-day stay for us. Tuesday night Premier Division, Wednesday Division 2, and Thursday night will be Division 3.
So just coming back to some comments on the YouTube channel, we've got Soulsmeister also coming in saying let's go Punaki, so giving support there for Puna.
Souls, you must stop watching our YouTube streams and actually race, mate.
And then we got Pantry Star, Go Boys, also from Division 2.
Oh, it's nice to have Pantry around. Well done, Pantry. It was nice of you to pop into Division 3.
And then we got Etienne Smith also giving some support to Puna and Minor.
Etienne is... Oh, I'm going to kill myself for not remembering his PSN ID. I'm pretty sure he'll tell us on the stream. I'm going to feel really dumb after that probably. Anyway, I think the first guy on our lap is Gerhard, I think. Yeah, Gerhard's on...
Oh, Red Bull just came out of the pit, sorry.
Alright, so Gerhard is on a lap, so let's get on board with boats here. Very good mates of mine. Top Gun. Yeah, you see now I feel like a knob. There we go. I feel like a knob. Complete knob. Right, Gerhard's going to Sector 1. Sorry, Etienne. I'll tell you what. I should start remembering these things. I'm trying to. This looks good by Gerhard. It's not, you know, me and Gerhard always have this agreement in Quali 2 that we do not push on lap 1. It's purely a banker. The second run that you do, you really try to maximize your track time. So I'm pretty sure this is just going to be a banker for Gerhard. You can see how nice and early he switches the gears. That's for maximum speed down the straight. But this looks really good from Gerhard, I tell you what. I never had the opportunity really to spectate him for a lap. He's always been my teammate. And this looks dandy. Red Bull getting out of the way for him there. Purple sectors will pop up on the right hand of your screen. That's purely because he is the first guy to put a lap up. And he did a 39.8 in Q1 if I'm not mistaken, Hanku.
Yeah, it was a 39.8 or 9.
Alright. So let's
Also the
see.
fastest time of Q1.
Yeah, so let's see if he can get to that 139s again, or if he's got more fuel in the tank here for us.
And like you said earlier with track evolution, we might
There we
see
go.
improvement.
That's faster. That's faster. Alright, and King Killer, the same as in qualifying 2, put himself in the top 3 so far, as the lap times are going to start tumbling now. Amir with a 139.8.
Next on the list is an Alfa Romeo of Pampun. He's jumping into the pits, I think. The Aston Martin of Dixie Killer, 41.8.
Right, Afmar going into the pits there.
Scully coming around the last corner almost, and following closely behind him is a Williams.
Yep. There we go. Scully pops himself into 6th position.
And followed by Sir Hamrick on a 140 flat.
There we go. You know, it will be really nice to see Hamrick finding some rhythm in Division 3. He's really a fast driver, and if he can use Division 3 to get back into the swing of things again, I'll tell you what, Division 2 will be very close for him next season. Right, so App on the pits. Mr. M is on a lap up. He's a Red Bull, one of the most beautiful car on the grid. No one's going to tell me any different. Hanku, this is what, my 4th season in a Red Bull? Not by choice.
Wait, isn't this season 8? So it might be 8 seasons.
No, hang on. I did do... Oh, you might be right, eh? You might be right.
And I beg to differ. I think the Alpine is a close second to the Red Bull.
I tell you what, it was really... If Red Bull did not go this cheap in the auction, we would have probably taken the Alpine. I love the Alpine. I actually started practicing in the Alpine just to get used to the sun. Mr. M pops himself up into 9th. So in the drop zone at the moment, Cowboy, Afmar, Big Spoil, Pampun, and Ultra Gamer. So I actually started practicing in the Alpine to get used to the car and the sound. And if you look past the pink, it's actually a very beautiful car. Yeah, it's we got the Red Bull. So I had to I put some pink in my helmet last night, just as a remembrance of Alpine. So I had a bit of Alpine last night in my car.
At least it doesn't look like Colgate anymore.
That is very true. Very true.
So that is looking a lot better than last year of a car. I think
yeah.
the pink is there to have some. Ooh. So Hamrick disqualified from the session for blocking the pit lane.
Okay, now is that gonna? Yeah, he's disqualified. Okay, so that's one less driver for these guys to worry about. And watch out for Hamrick as he comes down at the back of the pack. It's going to be a long race, Hanku. So I suggest you take your Salusa 45, grandpas, make coffee, have whatever you want to do. Hopefully it won't be a 2-hour time limit race tonight. But yeah, I think if they get rid of BWT as a sponsor, the Alpine will be a much more beautiful car because the pink will go. But it seems like BWT Water is a lot of money in sponsorship. So the big talking point, Mr. M. There we go, 3rd position for him. So the big talking point at the moment is Red Bull budget cap breach from last season. And so they will get fined for being, I think, less than 5% over the budget cap for last year. So all the British people can take a breather, get your brown paper bags out, breathe deep in and out. Lewis Hamilton is not going to win the championship for last season, not like he deserved it. So everyone in the UK can actually now take an enema and really relax.
Clean out the pipes.
Yeah, clean out the pipes, get rid of your constipation. It is Max Verstappen, world champion last season.
And on another note, there was a second constructor as well, also breaching it by far more.
Yeah, but that was Aston, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. Aston Martin came in with almost 10 million pounds, if I'm not mistaken, over budget. And they were given a penalty of 100 constructor points.
Yeah, so I said to my wife during last season already, when Lawrence Stroll started buying people from Red Bull, when he started buying people from, I think it was from Ferrari, I said, and building their wind tunnel, I just said, you know what, these guys, there's no budget gap for them. They will just take the pain with it. They will take whatever the FIA throws at them. They're preparing for 2024. And Lawrence Stroll, that man's got more money, I think, than the whole of South Africa put together with interest. So he doesn't mind. I think for Aston, it's all about 2024, 2023 maybe. Atmar pops himself into 10th. So let's go back. 5 minutes left here. Just talking a bit of F1 just to keep ourselves busy. Very slow on track at the moment with a lot of people in the pits. In the drop zone at the moment, Atmar is very close to that, so he's in danger. Cowboy. Big Spoil is on track. I'm going to get on board with him. He's on a flyer. He's in sector 2 in the Ferrari.
In sector 3, also setting purple sectors here.
Yeah, I expect nothing less from him. I would quite be surprised if he does not end up on the top of that leaderboard in Q2, or jumped a bit too much curb there for Big Spoil, so he's going to have to start all over again. Yeah, there we go, 138.9. Yeah, not too far ahead from Gerhard, which is encouraging for Bottas. Big Spoil invalidated his lap, so he's going to have to start all over again. AO Gamer going into the pits. King Killer's on a lap purple sector for him in sector 2. Not sure why he's going out again. He is definitely safe. I don't think he needs to go out again. With the Hammock being disqualified, it only leaves us with 3 people not making the cut for quali 3.
And I also just want to mention the gap between Van Koen and Boats Porter. It's only 2 tenths or 2.5 tenths, and Van Koen's this was his second lap on a fresh newspaper softs.
Okay.
Gerhard was the first car out on track, only using 1 set.
Okay, so he's got some sets available for. Yeah, so that's good for Gerhard, because that means he's got sets available for Q3. This track is a very long track, so you're probably going to only get 2 runs in, not 3 runs. But yeah, that was a stellar banker lap from Gerhard. I really thought it's going to be a banker and he's going to go out again, but he just nailed it. King Killer popped himself up into third, 139.3. So that looks handy dandy from him. I just want to do that. So 2.5 tenths between Van Koen and Botha, 4 tenths to third. And then a bit of a gap forming from Mr. M onwards. I just want to see Cowboy is on a lap, Scully is on a lap, Big Spoil. So he invalidated his lap, but he's having a go again. Luckily, I think he invalidated early enough. So he has some ERS still left in his car. Let's have a look at Scully. He's in sector 3. This is going to be an improvement for him. So he needs about, what, 1.5 seconds to get himself, just 1.1 seconds to get himself out of trouble here for Scully. Is he going to displace his teammate in Aston Martin, going into the top 10?
And that's Big Boys pulling into the pits. Yeah. So that's his probably done. I don't think he'll be able to set another lap.
Yeah, so that will be him for the session. Yeah, there's no time for him to go. Well, maybe. I mean, it's if you cut a bit of corners, he might just make it out again. You can keep an eye out on Cowboy. For us, I'm currently with Scully, just to see what he does in sector
Cowboy
1.
Coming through the first sector, through the first couple of corners.
Right, so Scully is a 10.5 down in sector 1, a second lap on his tyres. maybe a third lap even. So he needs a second. He really needs to find a second and a bit more to get him to displace his teammate Dixie Killer out of the top 10 and put himself in there. And I always say this, season in, season out, since I've been starting this league. Your first runs wide, that's not going to help him. That is not going to help him. Expect him to be down in sector 2. Let's see how far he's down, and we can jump onto Cowboy. Yeah, 7, 8 tenths down. He's not going to improve. I think that's his session done as well. First person you need to beat is your teammate. And that should be the same car. So you should be beating your teammate first, and then everyone else around you will follow. So Dixie Killer would have liked, or Scully would have liked to displace his teammate, but did not do so. He's not going to have another chance.
Cowboy also coming into the third sector here, and I think it's all to find here. He's 2 tenths up on his time, but I think everything is in this last sector for him.
Yeah, maybe he lost the car slightly somewhere, or had a moment in sector 3. That's why he lost so much time. But yeah, he needs plenty of time. He needs about 10 seconds.
19. He's not going to make it, unfortunately. But he did improve with 10.5 seconds.
10.5 seconds. So that is really good by him. I mean, he's 4 seconds off provisional pole at the moment, currently in 12th. He's not got enough ERS, so it doesn't matter if he goes again. Big spoilers back into the pits. Scully is not going to improve. Dixie Killer invalidated. Mr. M in the Red Bull, not sure why he's going again. There's no need to burn another set of tires unless he's got plenty left. But that was the purple sector 2 by him. Maybe this is just track time, trying to find your rhythm. On a track like this, rhythm is important. So let's see if he comes around the last corner. What will this be? This looks handy dandy by him. This looks really good. What's this going to be? There we go, 6. There we go. 3 tenths faster. I tend to think there is a bit more time in there for him. Maybe another 4 tenths. But nevertheless, a good lap by him.
So if you want to, we can get back to some comments again.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's lighting up with quite a bit.
Oh, thank goodness for that. It's a long race.
So we have Fahim Osman, which I'm assuming is Umair Osman.
His wife, probably girlfriend. So I put $5 on wife.
And saying, I have another son here racing tonight.
Okay, so hang on. Did she tell the name or not? She did not say. And I'm going to guess, and I'm going to say it's minor. So let's see if I'm right.
Further down, there was a bit of a...
Oh, so it's mother, hey, it's not wife, so I take my $5 away. Fahim is mother of Ume, and her other son is minor. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Ha!
Then we have Robico just reminding us Etienne is Top Gun.
Yes, Top Gun. He told me. I felt like a knob. Thought relive that moment.
We have another Osman here, Camila, saying let's go Amir.
Okay, Camila. So Camila, I'm gonna get Fahim. You're gonna have to run me down your family tree because you are always supporting us, and I absolutely love it. And she's been keeping me company, Honko, in Premier Division when I do streams there. And so Fahim, yeah, you're gonna have to give me your family tree so I can understand who's who in the zoo. Right? While she does that for us, hopefully, it is Pampun, fastest in Q2. Kharat in second.
It's Fahim. It's a he.
No, men. I spoke to. I tell you what, I spoke to their mother. I'm pretty sure I did. Well, anyway, Fahim. Then please tell us the family tree because I really, this is intrigued now. This is getting spicy. I want to know who's who. Right, so we've lost Scully in the Aston Martin. His teammate is through. We've lost both Ferraris in this session, which is not good for them. Cowboy and Big Spoil. So Hamrick got disqualified, so he would have made it through. He was currently, I think, in 3rd or 4th. So unfortunately, he's going to start from the back of the grid. But it is Pampun. That's taken over from Kharat. Kharat being fastest in Q1 and Pampun swapping places with him, being fastest in Q2. But this is where it counts. Expect 2 runs from the boys here tonight in Q3, trying to get pole position. And for those of you who forgot, from a points point of view, pole position is 2 points extra for the driver and for the constructors. And a fastest lap is 1 point. So 10 drivers, who's going to get those 2 extra points? And it can be very valuable at the end of the season. And then after this, it's all about turn 1. So Hanku, I'm going to give you a guide to, you can take us around a track. I'm going to test your track knowledge tonight. So you better know which turns are where. I'm going to give you someone, and then you can go on board with him as well.
And I know exactly the turns. It's this
all
turn
right.
and that turn.
No, it's not going to work for me this evening. So I will pick someone, and you're going to have to tell us.
I'll tell you what. I'll follow around Pampun.
Okay, well, you tell me when he starts his hot lap. I'll get on the stream on him, and you can take us around a lap in Singapore with Pampun. It's great to see Atmar into Q3, Hanku. It's good to see him getting into the top 10. Both McLarens in the top 10, by the way. Both Haas drivers in the top 10. 1 Alpha, 2 Williams, 1 Alpine. No.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Is that Alpine?
Is that a Williams?
That's a Williams.
That's a Williams. That's a Williams.
I'm getting confused. Okay, so 2 Red Bulls. Apologies. My favorite team. 2 Red Bulls in. 1 Williams. And 1 Mercedes in Ernie Bernie. Okay. Alright.
Unfortunately, no Ferraris.
Yeah, both of them out. Qualifying in 12 and 13. So no Ferraris in Q3, unfortunately, but it's 11 race season, and this is a very difficult track. I tell you what, in my when I started league racing, in any league that I was racing in, and it was this track, I did not race. I just checked out. I said, I'm not available. I'm ill. I've got the runs. Someone's running, but I'm not doing this track. So, yeah.
So I just want to mention as well, before anybody finishes their first lap here, is that Dominic Lee, Super D, came in saying, "Evening gents, also have a predicted pole time of a 1:38.7."
Right, 1:38.7. That will take us to about 6th, 7th last night, if I'm not mistaken, Hanku. I think I was 4th with the 1:37.5. So Dominique is saying a what? A 1:38.7.
And we have actually started our lap with Pampunya.
Ah, you're messing with me. Right, take us through a lap here.
So, opening up the DRS flap on the first DRS straight of the year. Very weird straight with a little bend in it. Very tough to overtake. Coming down, purple sector. Climbing the curve very nicely and also touching the exit curve, making use of all the track. Just climbing the curve a little bit. This is also a curve you do not want to climb, because that can unsettle your car and push you into the wall on the outside, using it, not leaving a lot of room. Climbing that curve, you could have used a little bit more maybe. Taking this very beautifully, just climbing the curves. Also another curve where you don't want to really touch, because that can unsettle and make you spin. Nice and tight on the inside, and using all the track on the outside, opening up the DRS flap, coming down the second DRS straight. Also another very easy overtaking spot. Climbing that curve, also not the best, that does unsettle your car a little. These curves you kind of want to climb or just kiss so that it can pull you around. This you can climb, but you don't want to do it in the race, I think. And these you also just want to climb halfway and just touch them. Coming around the last corner. Looked like a very nice lap. Oh, and that's the predicted time from D, 38.7.
I tell you what, Gerard Botha's not far off that, 1:38.9. I tell you what, he's on it tonight. He hasn't made any mistakes. He hasn't been in the wall. And I know Gerard, he's been my teammate for like 3-4 seasons. This looks really good from him. AO Gamer popping up in 3rd. Not a good lap by Mr. M. So Atmar, he's going to cross the line now in the other McLaren. Where is this going to take him? This is probably not going to be his best lap of the session. Yes. 1:44.3. That's good enough for 6th. So, Hanku, on the comments, has Fahim got back to me around whose mom, whose dad, whose brothers, cousins, sisters, and uncles?
So there's quite a couple.
Okay.
But I've just gotten a request that my voice is a little bit low for everybody.
Yeah, you need to either start
Double
screaming,
check that.
like you normally do in the race when the Red Bull wins you, or you need to just turn up your mic slightly. Some good rivalry here between Ferrari and Red Bull in Division 2. I tell you what, all of them, except for Nick, obviously being management members. So the management group was on fire last night. Love it.
So, Fahim is
Right.
saying, listen properly. Like our great.
Oh, listen. Oh,
ex-resident.
listen properly. 100.479.2. Okay.
Fahim is the father of Amir, Umair, and Uzi.
Oh, okay. Amir. Okay, so I got it wrong. Sorry, Minor. Okay. All right. Now, okay, so Hanku, so let's get that straight. So Amir, Umair, and Uzi.
And Uzi.
As brothers. Awesome.
I hope so.
So we've got
We already
three
messed
brothers.
up the genders here. I hope it's brothers.
No, no, not we. I did. You were very discreet about it. I'm not discreet at all. I like chatting. So that's good to know. But I could still swear that I spoke to the mom sometime around. Anyway, Mina has normally a lot of support on YouTube, so it's quite interesting that no one is watching him tonight. I know he normally gets quite a bit of support. He is in the Red Bull. Let's just see what his sector. I'm pretty sure this is the in lap from him, unless he had decided to have another go.
Don't see him using much ERS. This must be an in-lap.
Yeah, no in lap for him.
So it's quite a big family banter happening
Awesome.
in the comments. I'm just trying to figure out the family tree here, and I'll keep you updated as
Okay, awesome stuff.
figure it out.
Unfortunately, I cannot see comments. I do not have my phone with me. That's part of having kids. Your phone is never your phone. Yeah, I can't. I'm going to rely on you, Anku, to tell me what's going on. So, everyone has done their first round of laps around Singapore with just over 4.5 minutes left in Q3 before a 50% race waits for us. 31 laps around Singapore for us, and I can see a car coming out there in the background, and it looks like the two Haas drivers are going out. So that's King Killer and Gamer. So they're gonna go out relatively quickly. And I tell you what, how's this for messing with us? They both have the same helmet on. Am I right? Yes, they do.
It's making life quite a bit difficult.
Yeah, that's going to be very difficult for me. Ooh. Okay, well, the one who loses the
tires.
rear will be King Killer. All right, so, but yep, both the same helmet. That does not make it easy for the commentators, boys. And we like talking about helmets. I really like to look at helmet designs in the game. I wish that Codemasters will give you the option of doing a bit more with your helmet. But at this stage, not. So Amir is on a outlap, King Killer and Ultra Gamer, as well as Pompoon. Gerard's still sitting in the pits. He's probably going to wait to the last minute, maybe wait for the track to ramp up slightly.
Yeah, I think you can wait until about 2 minutes 40 seconds.
Yeah.
You should be comfy to still.
I went out last night a bit too early. I think I was just too nervous
Trigger
about
happy.
hitting the. No, I think I was just too nervous of hitting the wall. So rather have a go and just maybe if there's time, come back into the pits and have another go. I probably lost a tenth or so for Track Evolution, but it is what it is. A super lap by Super D last night, and pole got taken by Martin.
and
I
the
think
Panos has invalidated his lap.
Alright.
Ultra Gamer.
Alright, so King Killer is on a lap. No, he's backed out. I'm not sure what the guys are doing here. Are they trying to tow each other, which is... maybe I made a mistake somewhere. Maybe he's going to have a go again.
So Pampun
Amir.
also, I think, just started his lap now.
Alright, I am going to
So you might
stick
see him
with...
shave off a couple
I'm going to stick with
things.
Amir, seeing that we've got the family tree here. Let's stick with him. Let's follow him around a lap here in Singapore. So he is currently in sector 2. He's going to hang it out to the right. swing it into the left hand there. I'm not sure why the guys don't climb that curb. You can really climb that curb. It will probably get you a 10th and a half. But this looks a well-controlled lap by him. Yeah, goes into that. Then we're going to go underneath this bridge section here. Swing it hard to the left. Dog leg which is a very difficult turn on this track. Luckily, they took out the invalidation on the right-hand side. Thank goodness for that. You can run very wide there. Hard braking into your purple sector 2 for Amir. So this is, the guys are really battling in sector 3. And I think it's because of the slow speed corners. Although this looks handy. And that was a good turn in under the bus or under the bridge section. This looks good. And I did not look at his split times. Just purely looking at his steering angle. And it's all about the last turn. You can really stick it in there. What a lap. 138.7.
Pampun also coming around the last corner and almost just now.
He's a 10th and a half up.
Yep.
138.3. Yeah, I would have expected him to get into the 137s, to be honest. Seeing that he's an X Division 2 driver and was quite competitive last season. Got a couple of podiums. I think he finished 5th in the standings or 6th. So he was quite competitive last season. But he is one of the guys who do drive this assist. But that is second. So Amir or pole position. Karat is basically square with his time. It's all going to be about sector 3 for Karat. He's not going to have another lap after this. Climbs the curve nicely there. I think that was a really good turn there for him. Let's see what he can do around the last turn. Get in there. What's this going to be? Oh!
And a second.
What a lap. What a lap. Purple sector 3 by him.
Not a bad position to start in though, because you do have the inside here if you do start in the second position.
Yeah, I almost got 2 positions last night into turn 1 by starting on the left hand side. But yeah, you have to be very careful because people just turn in, unfortunately, and you might just lose a wing. But so far, front row.
They might just push you out wide, you know, if you're
yeah, or just dive bomb you like the Ferraris does. You know, no worries for that. So far, the front row is Pampun and Buerta. Second row, Amir and Ultra Gamer. I just want to see if anyone is on a lap. It looks like King Killer's on a lap. He's a 10th and a half up on his current time. He might just get himself. He will definitely, if he carries this forward, he will get himself onto the second row of the grid. Mr. M is finished.
Apmal also, he's a second up coming through the second.
That is good. That is good. That's much better from him.
So he might be contending for 8th, maybe 7th still.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on him. I just want to see what King Killer does here. No, he's going to go back into the pits. He was a 10th and a half up. He probably lost some time there, but that's his session done.
1.3 seconds quicker.
My
3
word.
tenths.
Well done.
2.5 tenths off Minor.
Yeah, only burning across the light, not improving. 7th for him. Minor in 8th. Apma in 9th with that good lap time of him. So he's in the 140s, which I think is a personal win for him. That is really great by Ray. Getting into the 140s. 3 guys into the 140s. And then we've got, 3 guys in the 139s and 3 guys in the 138s with Dixie Killer. I think DNFing early with a 142. And that is your qualifying done. So that will be 2 extra World Championship points for Pampun. Gerard starting on the front row next to him. So it is McLaren 2nd and 9th. We're just waiting for King Killer. When they push their horse into the pits, we will go to the loading screen. I will take you through the starting grid. And then me and Hanku will take a short break. While Hanku still studies the family tree, I'm going to make some coffee.
Yeah, there wasn't much comments of the family tree there afterwards.
Okay, no, that's good. I think we got it right now.
Family banter happening.
Family banter, nothing wrong with that.
And then we have Robico asking, can anyone join or must you be part of the family? And then
you must be part of the family.
Yeah, Faim said for a fee, he can join the family.
Auction the family.
Yes, we can auction the family off.
Right, so while Anku's doing that, it is Pampun on pole position on the first race in Season 8. First of 11 races that will take us through to December. Buerta, a brilliant P2 for him. Amir in third. Also Gamer in fourth. Good lap time by him. King Killer in fifth. And then you've got Mr. M, Ernie Burney, and then your top 10 is rounded up by Atmar, who got into the 140s. Great job by him. Dixie Killer, a 142. Right, this is me and Hanku taking a well-deserved, with my age, you have to take bathroom breaks every 10 minutes, so I'm due about 3 of them. I'm going to go have my bathroom break. Hanku, you get some coffee, and we'll see you soon. Right, so I'm about 10 kilograms lighter after my bathroom break, so welcome back everyone. Grab your coffee, your tea, whatever you want to do. It is time for 31 laps around Singapore Division 3, and it looks like Atmar was holding up the pack slightly there, and Red Bull doing some donuts, just trying to get the tires warmed up. That is a big thing in this game. You can already see that Pompoen is pointing his car to the left, trying to cover off Buerta. So we'll see how the race start go. There is 14 drivers, yeah. Hopefully we will be close to 18 next week when Ron and Sean returns to faithful of us. Not sure if Hanku is back, but I will take you through 5 lights. Okay, Hanku, take us through the lights, my man.
You can go for it. You can go for it.
Okay,
you like
right.
it.
All right. Oh, I do. Okay, well, that's 3 of them. 4 of them. There is 5 lights. First race of FTR Season 8 Division 3. And that's away we go. And it looks like a great start by Pompoen and Gerard Buerta. What a horrible start for him. He's already from second down into fifth. Goes on the inside. Big moment. Yeah, he did. I think he squeezed there. Not sure if there's any damage. Yeah, there's an inflate missing. So,
Ooh, and there's a Red Bull.
There's a Red Bull. Yeah, I think Gerhard needs to let Atmar go here. As he's done that. Look, Gerhard, this is not over for him. He did start on the hard though, which was painful for him because he's going to have to go stop for the mediums and he's going to have to do another stop again. But you can already see 8 places down for him, unfortunately. And everyone started on the hards this evening. No one's starting on the mediums, and it seems like the hards were the right side to start on both sides as well. But it is Pompoen who's already pulled a second clear of Omer. Ultra Gamer in third. And
so it looks like everybody went for the hards here.
Yeah.
Very weird pick. The mediums are quicker at the end, but it's a very painful start on these hards.
Yeah, you know what? Lesson learned last night. I'd rather take the pain in the first 2-3 laps because Nick Gishin was absolutely flying on those mediums in the last stint. And yeah,
and the same for Martin Luckys. I think Martin also had a great stint on the hards.
Oh, he had a massive stint on the hards. I could not believe the pace that he had. I'm yet getting put under pressure here by Ultra Gamer, and remember that DRS is not enabled yet. Oh, there's a horse into the wall. That is King Killer.
King Killer.
Yeah, he's gonna have to go. He's just waiting for everyone to come past. There we go. Good by him. And he did not reset the track, so hats off to him. And this is going to be a long lap. Did it on the pit straight. Oh, it's going to be painful.
Got a safety car.
Alright. It is Gerhard.
All of them.
Yeah, Gerhard's in the pits and he's being changed. Look, that's the best thing that can happen now, is a safety car for him to bring him closer to the pack. Pompoen now 2 seconds ahead of Omer. Ultra Gamer just getting into that DRS of Omer at the moment. So DRS will be enabled on lap 3 only.
And yeah, this doesn't look like any safety car. Might have been small VSC.
Yep, small
VSC.
Racing. Right, so you've got 2 Aston Martins in 5th and 6th. The McLarens are currently 8th and 14th after a horrible start by Gerhard. Pompoen leading the way in the Alfa Romeo.
And it's a great start from both Aston Martins, moving 5 positions up both of these drivers. Yep,
that's a good race starts by them. And I'm keeping Pompoen honest here, 7/10. And also Gamer keeping with him. A bit of a gap then between them and Minor. That's 3 seconds behind Ultra Gamer. And then the other closest battle is Ernie versus Scully. And this is the Aston Martin versus the Mercedes. And let's get on board here with Ernie. Ooh, big snap of oversteer there as he came out of the second last corner. Ooh. And this is going to get feisty. So the McLaren of Atmar is just hunting them down in the background there and saying, look, whatever you guys do, funny business, I will pick up the carbon fiber on the way through to make up some position. So he's well placed at the moment in 8th. Minor has been taken by Scully, and Minor has no wing. So Minor has lost the car somewhere, the Red Bull without wing, so he's not going to fly anyway. And he's going to be eaten up alive very quickly by Scully and by Bernie. And yeah, you know what, the right thing to do is and you can't make a rule for this, but the right thing would be just to let the guys come past. I know that's not racing in essence, but this can easily turn into a 3-way DNF if you're not clever. And he's still got, what, 3/4 of the lap to go. Once it was wide, is he going to give them space? That's the right thing to do. Well done to him.
And I just want to mention another driver to look out for, Sir Hamrick here in 10th, sticking to Big Boy's gearbox. He's right on top of him.
Alright, and there he goes. So
and he's through.
Yeah, is he?
No,
no, he's not.
It's
Tell you what, that Ferrari has got some straight line speed.
Yes.
Oh,
Getting squeezed a little bit.
don't. That's not the place. That's not the place to do it. Rather, just yeah.
Took the escape road, and this is giving Mr. M the opportunity.
Yeah, Mr. M goes through. So very opportunistic by the Red Bull driver. So he goes through up into 11. So this is action packed. And these two Ferraris are doing exactly what the two Ferraris did last night in Division 2.
Yes, squeeze the Red Bull off the track.
It's fine. It's and that is I think it's Minor into the pits in Red Bull. He's gonna go through a tyre change. So he's gonna pop on the mediums.
Yeah, it's also interesting this season not having an extra set of hards or an extra set of mediums on this new game. Makes it also very difficult later on in life.
I tell you what, I'm not sure why they do that. I really do not know the logic behind it. I know with 100% races it's different. But I do not know what's the reasoning behind that. And there we go. Botha is on the charge. 1:43.5. He's already 20. He was 33 seconds behind the leader. He's now 25 seconds. He literally took 3 seconds out in 2 laps. So let's keep an eye out.
These mediums work really well in the beginning, but I think they do drop off quite easily. And as Botha was making his charge, so Amrik actually got past that Red Bull again of Mr. M.
Right, so apologies, actually 52 seconds behind the leader, and he's 24 seconds behind 11th. But a safety car, never say never. Oh, and there's a big moment. That is Mr. M and Sir Hamrick.
A very optimistic move, I think.
Yeah, Sir Hamrick, I'm not sure if he should leave space there. He had full right to do that corner. So, yeah, that is Mr. M, and the Red Bulls is going through wings tonight. Well, Red Bull does give you wings, so we should have enough in the pits tonight.
Now we know where that budget cap went from last year.
Yeah, absolutely. It actually went into development for Travis's car.
Biggs Boy went off the track. He went straight off to the escape road. He is not losing a wing here tonight, I think.
Well, he's trying his best to. He's trying his best to take a wing off.
Yeah, the traction control not helping him a lot, I think.
Yeah,
getting the car swinged around.
Yeah, that's the problem with it. Yeah, no traction, you can just swing it around. So and Mr. M goes into the pits. Amrik goes into the pits. So let's see where this brings Botha. So Botha's going around the final corner. So he's probably going to jump both of them. So that's going to bring him what, up into 10th. New wing for M.
This track is also a very long
new
pit
wing
lane. Not that it's long, it's just the exit is very long. With full tires, it's also very hard to take, not to get any penalty out of there.
So Gerard has taken another 3 seconds out of Cowboy in 8th, so he's now 20 seconds behind. So he's taking about 3 seconds, almost a lap, out of Cowboy. And you get...
Atmar lost the rear, so that might be another driver. Doesn't look like any damage though.
No damage. Yeah, all good. The gap between Pampun and Amir is now 3 seconds as we move further up the field. Ultra Gamer in 3rd. He's still keeping himself honest there, keeping in touch with Amir. And the closest battle at the moment will be King Killer versus Minor. So Minor's been into the pits. I think that is his... Let's have a look. Yeah, he had 1 pit stop for a new wing. Yeah. Okay. Right, so what Gerard is hoping for here maybe is a safety car somewhere along the line. So probably best for him would be a safety car lap 15. So he can pop on a set of hearts. That used set of hearts, which only did really 1 lap. Oh, a big slide there from that was Minor. Yeah, big slide. Lewis Hamilton slide there. Atmar gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Not something you see a lot from Atmar. Atmar doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
No, he doesn't.
When it comes to penalties.
He's like Boinkies in Division 2. He just does not get penalties.
Yeah, Boinkies and penalties does not mix.
Alright, so there we go. As Atmar goes into the pits, he comes out in 11th. So Minor, King Killer and Botha both getting position. So Hamrick also comes past Akmar that just comes out of the pit.
So Buerta really doing some great inroads here. 16 seconds behind Cowboy now.
Yep, 4 seconds a lap, 3 to 4 seconds a lap, so he's doing a stellar job there. But remember that he has to stop again, and so even if he catches them, he's going to have to pit the same time as they probably do, depending on the safety car.
The drivers in front of him will then have the better tire, which will make it a bit difficult.
Yeah, it's going to make it a bit difficult for him, but we saw last night really, Honko. I mean, I know you guys tried to get past me, and Super D eventually did, but it's really about track position. It is not so easy to overtake around here.
Track position is everything here.
I think you guys were on brand new softs behind me, or you softs behind me, and it took you guys, what, 2-3 laps to get past. So it's not the easiest place to overtake if you put your car in the middle of the road and defend like a lion.
Minister of Defense coming
Minister
out there.
of Defense.
I had a brand new set. I had actually 2 brand new sets for the race. I was saving a lot of tires in qualifying.
No, that's last night was one of the better Division 2 races in a while, so very enjoyable.
Very
right,
clean
so Anku,
race
is
as
there
well
anything
for
on the
everyone.
comments that can keep us slightly busy? Everyone is spread out nicely at the moment. No real close battles. We'll keep on monitoring the gap between Buerta and Cowboy.
So a lot of support coming in for Puna here from Salzmeister and Sergeant Panda. And Sergeant Panda also saying, great to see D3 in action. Let's go.
Yep, Panda, our Division 2 Driver World Champion from Season 7. So it's great to have him watching the stream, so that's good to see him around again. Johan.
Then we also have Kevin Godfrey coming, go Jose, I believe, like the tequila.
Haha, Jose. We're not in Mexico yet.
Okay, we all mega people then, sorry. Then we've got...
Gorilli.
What's it? Don Julio.
There we go.
Yeah, now we're getting to some proper stuff. Shaylin Noble also saying, come on now, Minor. So
Shaylin is Shakes.
Is he Shakes?
I think.
I always forget.
I think it's Shakes.
I've seen this name before, but I always forget the names.
It's Shakes.
Well, the actual names behind the people.
Okay, Shakes, yeah. Alright. So Ultra Gamer is getting very close to Amir at the moment. He is within DRS, but not there yet, not to activate it yet. So he's buying his time. His engine recovery looks really great, and so does Amir. And Puna's obviously been boosting a lot. And then this around this track, it's not that easy to recover your energy system. 9 seconds now between Cowboy and Buerta. And Cowboy gets a 3-second time penalty, so that's not going to help him much. But you're probably going to see a drop-off in Buerta's tires very soon. He's been 6 laps on. Pit window for the mediums is 13 laps. Yeah. Okay. But a healthy lead tip of Pompun is all about just keeping it on track and keeping it nice and clean. You do not want to lose a wing now, so let's get to our leader. And,
definitely, and hoping for no safety car coming up, because that will just...
Yeah, safety car now is not going to be the best for the hard runners, because they're going to... yeah, for the medium runners it would be good, because they can switch to the hards and hope for no safety car at the end, or if there is, just pop on softs. But it's so unpredictable. I tell you what, strategy, you have to think on the fly. Red Bull's strategy did not work so well last night. I think we probably could have done better. Yeah. Good strategy by Ferrari though. That almost worked for you guys.
Oh, very closely, very closely. We did try, but the Lion...
Fernando Alonso, my boy. I'm his age anyway, maybe a little bit older. Right, so Hamrick is all over the back of King Killer here in 11th. FTR, we do give points up into 12th position. 12th position will get 1 point. So Hamrick is in the points, but he really wants to get himself. So if he can get King Killer, the next guy up will be Minor in 9th. Oh, and that run, King Killer missed his braking points again. And you know what, hats off to him for not resetting to track. He's obviously read through the rules. And first race of the season, difficult track. Hang in there, it will just become easier.
And it's also very easy to reset the track if you're in that habit of doing it. As we've seen with even some of the management, I wouldn't say any names.
Yeah, no, so someone's teammate. Someone's teammate. I'm not going to say that. Mr. Yeah, Mr. Reset. Not Mr. Worldwide, Mr. Reset.
Yes. Seeing him get a lot of race bans or qualifying bans out there.
Right, so AO, or Ultra Gamers picked up a 3-second time penalty, so that's going to hurt him in the long run. Bernie is obviously 18 seconds behind him, so the top 3 is running away slightly from it. We've got a midfield battle. I would say Scully, Cowboy, Miner, Hamrick. Has Buerta had damage? Why did he go into the pits for softs? Did he lose the wing?
I did not see it, but he must have. There's no other reason.
There's no other reason, and I'm not sure why he didn't go for the hearts now, because he could have probably lost the wing, because he was catching Cowboy at a speed of note.
And to mention as well, these softs really die very quickly on this track. The heat just going into them, they degrade like nothing. 2-3 laps tops, and you can forget about it.
A nice little battle forming here between Atmar in 10th, Mr. M in 11th, and King Killer in 12th position.
I've been looking at this for quite a bit now, and Mr. M trying everything to get past Atmar, but Atmar is putting an attack here, and
hey, I had to defend my teammate last night. I really had to defend him, and unfortunately he spun out, but he would return the favor for me in full. I know he would. So I was trying to make that Red Bull too wide. Alright, so the nice thing about Atmar here is he's not boosting too much. So he's keeping it nice and tidy. Dixie Killer popping into the pits, putting on a set of mediums. So I think that was a wing. So no safety car yet for Division 3. How many safety cars were in Premier Division? Okay, the Premier Division was rating, so we'll count them out. Division 2 last night, 2 safety cars. Ooh, big moment from Dixie. Yep. Alright, so Hamrick 3 seconds behind Cowboy. Let's want to see if he starts catching him. It looks like he's slowly catching him.
Ooh, and he loses
it.
And
that's going to be a safety car. That's a safety car.
Yep, there we go. Safety car's coming out.
Safety car's coming out. So what does Buerta do now? He needs to pit for hards. He's got no choice. Pit for the hards. Get on them. Get rid of those softs. Get in the pack, and those hards will take you, what, 3 laps under the safety car, 18 laps. You have to gamble.
I think it's possible. It's possible.
Look, he has to gamble, or hope for another safety car at the end to get on a soft again. But soft is not the way to go for him now, unless... even if he makes up positions, he's going to lose what, 28 seconds in the pits, 27 seconds in the pits, most probably. So let's see what he does. Let's see what the front runners does if anyone goes into the pits. Ernie has popped into the pits.
It will be interesting to see what the front runners do, because I don't think the mediums will be.
Yeah, so Ernie Bernie has done that. He's pulled the trigger and he's got onto the mediums. That mediums will not get him to the end, unfortunately. So he's hoping for another safety car. So did Scully. Minus in the pits for a set of hearts, which is the right call for him. As positions change, let's see what Buerta does. The right thing would be to go into the pits and put on those set of hearts. So let's see if he thinks the same way as what we do.
Buerta might run into some issues because Pun is right behind him, and if he does pit, he might get caught up in the traffic with the safety car. So it's a very tough decision to make.
Look,
I think he might need to go another lap and then pit, perhaps.
Yep, no, he's got into the pits. He's going to go for those hearts, so let's see what happens. The game might just tell him to unlap himself, which will be great. Hearts going on. There we go. Yeah, so it's now to make sense out of everything.
Amir pitted for one of the front runners. He was in 3rd position. He's pitting probably for a set of mediums. Look, they might make it. I wouldn't say they won't.
Yeah, 14, I think 15 laps pushing it on the mediums. That will take him to lap 27, 28, 29 maybe. Look at other safety car. Yes, that will definitely work for him. Look, he's going to be on the faster tyre and still
And he's
retain
keeping
third.
track position.
Look, he's
still.
keeping track position, so that was the best option for him. He's effectively in the race with everyone else around him, and he can still make another pit stop. So if they stop, he can pit for softs. So
Yeah, he can do a late pit for
I
softs.
tell you what, that was a brave, good decision by Amir. So while it's safety car, Anku, let's take a break until they catch up, and yeah, we'll see you soon.
And I will tell Fahim in the comments here that if he's close to Amir, to tell him our plan with the pit stop strategy to go softs late in the race.
Yeah, that will work.
So the safety car is in this lap. So we'll see Pampun backing up the pack nicely, giving the safety car some space to go into pits, and Pampun will essentially be the safety car until he pulls the trigger. The rest of the guys can go. And they'll only be able to pass each other once crossing the start-finish line. Everybody's trying to put some heat into their tires. Safety car not working out so nicely for Botha, leaving him in that third position at the moment.
Yeah, that's painful. You know what? I would have just overtaken. I don't know. Oh, I did not know how to.
As we go, Ultra Gamer on Pampun here.
Yeah, I think watch out for Amir here. Although Ernie Bernie, there's a McLaren that's ghosting. I'm not sure why.
That could be Botha because he's a blue flagged.
Okay, so he's just letting everyone. Oh, that's painful for him.
And Amir has moved up to the second position here, passing Ultra Gamer. So now he's just on the hunt for Pampun here. Let's hope it will be an easy overtake. We'll still have one more lap after this lap before DRS will be enabled again, which I would wait and keep that ERS and wait for DRS to assist.
So, if Gerard, let's just think about this quickly. If there is another safety car, stay out for 2 laps, try to unlap yourself, and then go into the pits. Probably.
You're gonna have to have a very quick 2 laps there. Oh, and there's a Atmar went off.
I'm not sure if that was a spin, but it's chaos here in the midfield.
His end plates and stuff like that when he went straight off.
That is a disconnect of a wheel. That is a wheel disconnecting. I can tell you that. There was no turn, he just went completely straight. And that's his fanatic disconnecting. Oh man. Now that's not going to be a safety car. Because he did it in, or it happened in a safe way, if you want to say safe. Miner's without a wing again, so he's going to have to go into the pit. So a very difficult race for him.
And Mr. M also took a spin.
Yeah, not good night for the Red Bulls, down 10th and 11th.
So Amir using a lot of ERS here, trying to stick to Pampun. Not a wise choice, like we said, not an easy track to save ERS on.
No, you're not going to make up. Although Pampun has been boosting himself as well. Maybe not as bad as Amir has been done. But it's all to play for. Ernie Bernie getting close to Ultra Gamer as well. He's within a DRS from him, so 5 plus Ultra Medium. And just remember that Ultra Gamer has still to pit. So if there's no safety car, this is not going to work out nicely for him and Pampun, because they will come out behind the guys. Yes, they will be faster. There will be a pit stop behind. Yeah, the mediums will only take you so far in terms of performance.
Ooh, and as Amir put it down the inside, not making it stick though.
Right, let's go on board with him.
So Amir really pushing it to try and get past Pampun here. Yep, Sergeant Panda also in the comment section saying, sucks that you can't unlap yourself. EA really needs to sort this out.
Yeah, they need to, you know what
And then for him also saying safety cars taking forever. We saw that last night as well. The safety car took 3 laps instead of the normal 2. I think it was mainly for the pack to bunch up again.
Yeah. So I'm getting very close. He's going to get DRS now. I think it's activated.
Yep, DRS is enabled.
Yeah, a little bit too far behind. Doesn't matter. Even if he boosts, he's not going to go into. Don't boost.
He's also running very low on the ERS.
Nah, he boosted a lot there. So great job there by Pampun, keeping him behind the 16 lap old hards. But once again, remember, these guys are exactly on the same pit strategy. Because you can see that Pampun still needs to pit. Amer is going to have to pit. He's not going to get to the end on these mediums. So Pampun will pit for mediums, and Amer, hopefully he's got a set of softs that's not too damaged. He will get onto softs at the end of the race. So yeah, this is fight for real position. This is not out of position battle. This is fight for position on track. Ernie Burney ahead of Ultra Gamer.
So great work from Ernie Burney there, but also using a lot of ERS.
Yep, so when do the guys on the hards pull the trigger? They're probably going to hang it out, Hanku, till about lap 22 and then pit for softs. That's what I think they'll do.
Well, they've had 2 safety cars, which would have saved those tires just a little bit, so they can go a little further in the race than what they need to.
Okay.
But the hard guys will definitely go for the mediums, and the guys on the mediums will go for a late soft, which might work in their favor, as the softs do heat up a lot quicker than the mediums would. So I would say the softs literally down the first DRS straight, which they're coming down now. You almost on temperature already and able to put in some good lap times.
Yeah, I think the hard guys like Pampun and Ultra Gamers just going to hang it out to lap 22. Take the pain on these hards and then jump on the softs and see if they can make inroads. Hopefully for them there's a safety car. They're almost getting to that stage now. Well, the normal pit stop window for the hards is lap 18. So we'll see if Pampun does decide. Amer should have just stayed behind Pampun. You know, just save up your ERS, use the DRS when available, and don't use any. But he is obviously just using everything at his disposal, trying to get past. But there's no reason for him to get past at this stage of the race. He's not losing time to Ernie Burney. That gap stays constant, 2.2, 2.3 seconds. So let's see if Pampun dives into the actual pit stop window of lap 18. I think he's going to probably pit around lap 22, 23 and then pop on softs. Let's see. No, he decides to come in. And that will be a medium stint for him. That will definitely not be softs. Amer takes the lead, followed by Ernie.
So I would say Amer and Ernie Burney will have to put in some mega laps now. Try and make up as much time as they can.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult because they've probably got 2 laps to pull a bit of a gap from Pampun because those tires are going to be cold. Depending on traffic, what Pampun gets on traffic, we see that Cowboy has gone past. And that is the only one. Mr. M is not going to make it through around to get him. No, he doesn't. So it's got basically Cowboy and Ultra Gamer. I still think Ultra Gamer is going to hang it out for a soft pit stop. So let's see. But let's see how quickly Pampun can get past Cowboy. I think Cowboy will fight this Newton, tooth and nail. Not sure why he shouldn't.
Yeah, time for the Ferraris to put up some defense here and return the favor. Even though it's not the right call, but it's fine. We will take that as a win. But I must say, Amer also pulling a little bit of a gap. We're making that gap a bit bigger to Ernie Burney here, sitting at 3 seconds already. It's already pulling 6 tenths, almost 8 tenths. No real fights yet on track. Pampun getting close to Cowboy here. He might be looking for a move down the second DRS straight. Not very easy to make a move down the first start-finish straight. Oh, and he makes a move already in the third sector. Very unconventional place, but makes it work.
Yeah, that was a little bit too easy. Yeah. Well, let's see. I mean, he's 18. Let's just have a look at this. So from a leader, he is 26 seconds behind. So he's basically there and thereabout. It's all about what Amir and Bernie does. Do they trust in them to do what, another 11 laps? It's impossible on those mediums. They're gonna have to pit for softs. And the big question is, when is Ultra Gamer going to pit? Because if he pits, he's probably going to come out just behind Mr. M. So he's going to have two cars between him and Pompoen. And the big question is when does the two front runners on the mediums actually pit? So Gerard's still in 12th position after not being able to unlap himself. Dixie Killer in 11th. So Dixie is still racing. Gerard is also still racing. The two Aston Martins 10th and 11th.
And like I said earlier as well, Amir just pulling another second here to Ernie Bernie already in a lap's time.
Right, I'm on a different battle here, Anko, between 8th and 9th. Minor versus King Killer. King Killer on 3-lap all softs and Minor on the medium. So you can clearly see King Killer is really fast, but not the best place to overtake.
Ooh, and a little bit of a slide there. The only real overtaking spot is on that first DRS in the first sector there. The longest stretch you're going to get.
Yep.
As Ultra Game also pulled the trigger now, also going for the mediums. He lost quite a bit of positions because he's now behind Mr. M.
Yeah, I thought as much. He will come out between M and Big Spoor. So he's gonna. Ooh, and cold tires have a spin. Just heat it up a bit more. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, so the gap between Pompoen and the leaders is now 24 seconds, so he's gaining about 2.5 seconds a lap. Amir should pull the trigger now and trust his instinct on the softs, because 2 seconds a lap, it's 20 seconds, he's going to have Pompoen all over him, and these tires will not last to the end. So Pompoen has to do an awful lot wrong here not to win tonight, but we've seen very strange things happen.
10 laps on the softs is also quite a push.
It is.
I would say maximum 7 laps on the softs here.
Another half a tenth taken out only in that sector, so he's losing about half a tenth third sector to Pompoen at the moment, which is scary stuff for him. He will see that gap just coming down, and it's going to make him nervous. So Mr. M, a good recovery drive by him in fourth, but although he has to pit again, and if he does pit, that's going to probably drop him to just behind his teammate, Minor, if everything goes well. A couple of penalties, Hanko. I'm not sure if you just want to go to the penalties there first, and see where we are.
So we got Cowboy on a 3 second, Ultra Game on a 3 second, Minor on a 3 second, and Scully on a 3 second. So only 4 drivers having penalties thus far. We had Atma on a 5 second screen in the pit lane as well earlier. He's Fanatic, probably disconnected, so
there's something definitely wrong there. Or his power went off or something, but that car just went straight. There was no turn, and knowing him, he would not do anything like that, so there's definitely a problem with his different thing.
I think something must have happened to Amir. He lost quite a bit of time, almost 3 seconds to Ernie Bernie here.
Oh wow, I'm not sure. Is it pit window time for him? Are those mediums fraught for him? Has he been pushing too hard? 10 lap old mediums, the pit window says 13 laps, you can probably push it for 15. So he's about 2 laps too early. I just want to see. The wing is still fine, so no damage, but yeah. You know what? He needs to pit for softs. He needs to pit for softs and try to get back and close up to Pompoen again. But like I said earlier, Pompoen is going to have to do an awful lot wrong to lose this race. And he stays out. So lap. Wow.
So thinking like a Ferrari strategist over here, and shoot me.
There's no strategy in Ferrari. What are you on about?
That's what I'm trying to
all right.
to give you another strategy that Amir might be thinking of here is if these mediums can make it to the end, Ernie Burney can become a buffer for him to Pampun, because Pampun's going to struggle already to get Ernie Burney here. So if he can maybe make it stick to the end, I think he might just get the win.
Oh, I tell you what.
And worst case scenario, he's going to take second.
Look,
Doing the gamble for softs.
Assists are on, so your tyre wear should be slightly less in terms of wheel spin, especially the rears. But I can't see that happen, as Ultra Gamer makes a move on a Cowboy. And Ultra Gamer now moving himself 2-lap old mediums. He's up into 4th. Cowboy in 5th, Mr. M in 6th position. And as I say that, he goes into the pits. Yeah, he pitted for a brand new set of softs. So expect some good lap times from the Red Bull driver. He's got King Killer in front of him. So he's definitely going to catch him. And he will definitely catch Big's Boy on those brand new. And he can go to the end on those softs. So he's probably earmarking a 6th position here for him. Depending on penalties. But that's good by him. Gerhard still all the way in 12th. But yeah, doing his thing.
So Pampun less than 15 seconds now to Amir.
Yeah, and what is there? What, 7 laps to go? So it's 2 seconds a lap. So we need to look. Oh, I tell you what.
It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. If I was Amir here, I would stay out. I would just hope for the best. And
alright, so I think Gerhard went into the pits.
Oh, Gerhard DNF'd in Sector 2 here.
Oh my word.
So this is a full safety car. This might work perfectly for Amir if he goes to the softs right now.
Okay, so if I was race engineer tonight, I would go like box softs. You need to get softs on. Himself, Ernie, you need to get softs on now, even
because
if it's slightly worn.
He can jump Pampun here.
He can, if he really stays close to that red or the delta, he can probably get Pampun. The last thing you want to do is just push your delta to the red and then get a drive-through penalty. What's it, 27 seconds under normal circumstances? Yeah, it might just... Look, Pampun, if he doesn't pit for softs, yeah, then he's going to have to pit again. He's going to have to pit. There's no way he will stay out on those mediums.
I would stay out on those mediums. Track position. Those mediums ain't old yet completely.
Yeah, but he's not going to come out... Yeah, but he's not going to be ahead of Pampun. So, of Amir. So, even if Amir... Let's see what these guys do.
16 seconds? Between 15 and 16
yeah,
seconds.
but it is a full safety car.
Better be very close.
Okay. A lot of guys jumping into the pits. King Killer, Scully.
Saying, yeah, box. So
yeah,
Amir
box.
Definitely jumping into the pits.
I'm going to be aggressive here. You have to... Yeah, you're going to have to be a special kind of stupid not to pit for softs now. That's just my feeling. If I was Red Bull driver or a race engineer for someone, you box the softs now. You've got 3 laps on the safety car. Lap 27.
He's going in.
Yeah. Best decision ever.
Be following him. Ernie Burney is following. What's Pampun doing?
No, he's going to have to pit. No, he's going to have to pit. You will come out behind him on the same tyre as him. He is the faster driver at the moment. Yeah, you expect him to...
he continues. He does not pit. It would have been wise to pit. Like you said, he wouldn't have lost track position here.
Okay, so Pampun is in the lead. But yeah, we all know these softs. And the softs, the nice thing about under a safety cars, you don't have to warm these tires up too much. They warm up very, very quickly. So it's all about the first 2 laps on his softs. If you can get past Pampun on those first 2 laps with the softs on, you're gone. You'll win. You'll definitely win. So the problem with Amir is he's going to have Ernie all over him at the back. So he's going to have to look to the front and to the rear. But yeah, it also depends on how worn those softs are of Amir and Bernie. If it's new softs, I doubt that it's new. I think it's probably worn.
Saying 0 laps, but we're not sure if he did use them in Quali.
Yeah.
So a lot of support coming in here for Amir from his family.
Yeah, I
It's
tell you
just
what,
Osman,
that will
Osman,
be
Osman
that
everywhere.
that will be his first win with us, and yeah,
Some
yeah.
contradiction here from Panda saying he thinks Pampun made the right call keeping the track position.
Well,
I
let's
think
see.
he might be a bit of a sitting duck.
Well, let's see. Like I say, it's all about how much boost you have, how much engine recovery you have, of which Amir's got more than plenty. Bernie has got, okay, so it's all about the first 2 laps. If he can get past him with the first 2 laps, with their softs on, he's gone. Pampun will not catch him. But also just remember that Pampun, I think, on track is the faster driver. So have to take that into consideration as well. We saw Pampun making those hards work very well, keeping Amir behind him on the faster tyre on the mediums. So yep, it's going to be interesting first 2 laps under the safety car. When do you pull it? When don't you pull the trigger? I expect the safety car to do another lap. So Hanko, maybe we take our last break of the night, and should be back now.
Alright, so safety car is in this lap, and like Raheem was saying, it's going to make a very exciting finish coming up. Everybody talking about pace in the comment section. So this is going to be how Pampun pulls the trigger here. Can he catch Amir sleeping? Also, how much is Amir warming up his tires? Because they are degrading very easily on this track. It's all about to be about patience on making this overtake happen.
Right, safety car is in, and why would they slow down? That just makes no sense to me. Yeah, it's nonsense that to stop. Pampun leading, ooh, and was that a dive?
Close.
Yeah, that was a dive. Almost took out Amir there. And a good driving by both of them not to make contact, but yeah, this is not helping Amir. He's going to have to make, I tell you what, Hanko, it's all about the first 2 laps. And so far it's not working so well for him.
That and trying to keep some ERS in the bank for making that overtake happen on the straight if it's needed.
Cannot
He's not going to get an
everything.
opportunity.
but you're going to probably see the difference in tyres within sector 3. You can already see he's gained from that corner already. So Amir's going to really have to stick it in there. And
I think he's just got to keep some patience and wait for that back straight, or maybe even just wait for the DRS.
Yeah, I think just wait for DRS. Yeah, don't use your engine recovery. You're fast enough around the corners to catch him. Traction out of the corners should be plenty. Ernie is sticking nicely with him.
Sergeant Panda's asking if they can see Pampoen's ERS usage.
Everyone,
this will help
everyone can see that. That's the standard rule in FTR that yeah, telemetry is available for everyone. It's what it is. So yeah, he's lost a good 5 tenths in sector 3, which is weird because I would have expected him to get some time back there, but I get the feeling that it's almost game over because Pampoen's tyres are going to be nice and warm now after that lap. So yeah. But Ernie Burney is really sticking close, and then he's just pulling Mr. M with him in the Red Bull. So good job by him, keeping up with the guys in front. King Killer just behind them. And then we've got Cowboy in 6th. We've got Dixie Killer who stayed out on those mediums. He's in 7th. Minor in the other Red Bull is going for the move. And almost made it stick there. And yeah, he's also on the faster tyres. So
not the easiest to make the move, no. Even if you've got the better tyres.
Oh, and as Scully hits the wall slightly, is that an in plate missing? These cars are a bit more rigged than normal. Yeah, in plate's gone. Yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a battle for him. No use in pitching. There's what, 3 laps left. Just stay out, maybe. Alright, so Ernie falling slightly a bit more back to Amir. Mr. M is now under pressure from King Killer.
So I do see a busy night for the stewards tonight. I think there's going to be a couple of penalties coming in.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a busy night for stewards tonight. Travis and I think that's just right. Yeah.
So DRS enabled.
Yeah, so it's going to be stewards for Division 3. Honker is yourself.
And my Super D, my teammate.
Super D, yeah. Here we go. Alright, busy night last night for the stewards as well, for Travis, Gerard, and Atma in Division 2. Some complaints from the race engineers there. Yeah, 3 laps to go. I think Pampoen's got this in the bag. Yeah, I may fall a little bit too far behind. I really thought it was about the first 2 laps on the softs, and yeah, if you can't make it work, then the softs is going to degrade very quickly. So unfortunately,
yeah, very easily. I would say, yeah, lap 2, maybe lap 3. They are one part of those mediums.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, it was his best opportunity to get past Puna. I don't think on the mediums he would have been able to defend those mediums of his. Were quite old. He would have gone to the end of the race on those mediums anyway, with Puna being on newer mediums. So yeah, it was probably the best chance for him to snatch the lead. But never say never. We've seen people picking up penalties on the last lap. We're not sure about track warnings. So
I
yeah,
can check that for us if you want.
Yeah, so maybe just check the top 3 if there's any warnings for any one of them. So we know what to look out for.
So Pampoen is sitting on 3 warnings apparently. Unless he might have served it when he pitted.
I don't think he did. Alright.
Amir has got 2 warnings at the moment, so also a very stressful drive. Not getting that 3-second penalty, otherwise he would lose in another position. And then Ernie Burney also sitting on 2 warnings.
Alright, so that's close between them, and Mr. M has already got a 3-second time penalty.
And another warning.
Yeah. So everyone on 3 seconds except for Minor on 6 seconds. That might promote Scully to 8th position. It might also bring Dixie Killer into play then, get him into 9th. But yeah, if we look at position changes on the second last lap, penultimate lap here at Singapore, 4 positions up for Ernie Burney, 5 positions up for Cowboy. Puna obviously starting from pole. Let's just look at the fastest lap.
That's also an interesting one, because would this be fastest lap for Pampun, or does Pampun have it? Because then it'll be a grand slam for him.
Yeah, it will be, and that's what I want to look at. So fastest lap of 142.114. I don't think anyone's going to take that. So grand slam is 5 extra points, so it negates the pole position and the fastest lap. So normally you would have got 3 points, and we just give you 2 extra bonus points for getting the grand slam. So that will be, the grand slam is pole position, fastest lap, and a win. So at this stage he's on for 35 points as he starts his last lap. And bearing no penalties or anything funny, that should be a win for him. Amir did give it his all, being I think the slightly slower driver towards Pampun. You would have expected Pampun. I think we all thought, Hanko, beginning at the start of Division 3 season, that Pampun is the hot favourite, getting a couple of podiums in Division 2 last season. So he is no slouch whatsoever. So we all would have thought that he is the hot favourite going into the season.
Definitely, but I must say Ernie Burney, Amir was keeping it quite very close to him. So I would not put them down yet for the rest of the season. Still quite a good couple of tracks coming up.
Practice, practice, practice.
Yep, practice makes perfect.
The first of the street circuits are done and dusted, so Jeddah, another street circuit featured. We count Mexico as a street circuit as well because of the walls being so close. So that is another one maybe to worry about. And then we've got Abu Dhabi, which is, then it's all basically free-flowing tracks, maybe not best overtaking tracks like Japan, Kota, Brazil, Imola, Portimao. China's not a bad place to overtake though. Bahrain is also...
yeah, Bahrain, China, very easy tracks. China having a very long backstretch, making it very easy to overtake with the DRS. But as we probably crossing the line here on the last lap, if he sticks it, he'll be taking the victory.
Yeah, there we go. So that is a win for the Alfa Romeo driver. No surprise there. He wins by 3 seconds from Amir. Ernie Burney pops in to take the final podium position. Mr. M, let's see, he takes the 4th position. King Killer crosses the line. Now penalties will start to kick in, so we'll see who goes where. Ultra Gamer finishes in 6th. Cowboy is going to cross the line now. Let's see if he can hold on to 7th position in a Ferrari.
He will hold on. Minor will lose out a position of his 9 seconds of penalty.
Yeah,
or maybe not, because Scully's got a 3 second as well. Sorry for that. So I think that's our standings.
Yeah, as the fireworks go off on the background or in the background, very noisy in my headset here. Now I know how the real F1 commentators feel with all those fireworks and stuff. Dixie Killer gets another 3-second penalty. It's not going to make a difference to his race. Good of him to stick it in there for 10th. So it's Aston Martin 9th and 10th. Good drive. Red Bull 4th and 8th. Great drive by Mr. in there. But yeah, it's all about Pampun getting the Grand Slam tonight, getting pole position, fastest lap and the win. So a good start to season 8 for him. And driver of the day, Mr. M. I would have given driver of the day probably to Amir. That would have been my driver of the day, although Pampun had a wall to climb, or yeah, so yeah, it's really between those two. Let's just wait for the final standings as Pampun comes down the Hall of Fame, and there we go. He's quite excited to be on these animations of Codemasters. They can really go and find some new animations. Right, there we go. Lifts the trophy for Alfa Romeo. Great drive by him. And a champagne will follow shortly. So, Hanko, if you just want to take us through the final standings.
I will do. So, Pampun in first position, and he did get that fastest lap, so that would be a grand slam for him. Amir coming in second, followed closely by Ernie Burney in third, Mr. M in fourth, King Killer in fifth, Ultra Gamer in sixth, Cowboy in seventh, Miner in eighth, Scully in ninth, and Dixie Killer in 10th. Then we've lost 4 drivers of Bigsboy, Huerta, Atmar, and Sir Hamrick.
Right, so there we go. That's just to wrap things up from us here in the comments box. A big thank you to Zero to Cool. You can catch Zero to Cool if you fancy his voice. He's driving in Division 2 on Wednesday nights in the Ferrari. You can catch him next week. We all head off to Japan next week. Suzuka, yeah. Really, one of my favorite tracks. Really like that track. So expect some good racing from. We start the week off, or our racing week 2 of racing here at FTR. We start off with Premier Division on Tuesday night. You can catch our new commentator, BB Thomas. You can catch him as he commentates live on Premier Division. You can also follow him on social media. Tuesday night is our family favorite at Weber Red 5. He will be commentating for Division 2. And I'm pretty sure it will be me and Super D next week. And then I will be a week off. But thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for all the comments in the stream. Yeah. Thank you.
Have a great evening.
Have a great evening. We'll catch you guys next week. Ciao, ciao.
Cheers.